Now, this ain't racist or anything, praise the Lord. But I think one of the reasons black people love to vote for the Democratic Party is because most black people in the United States hate the United States. They hate the whole system. They think it should be torn apart and rebuilt. They don't give a damn about no constitution written 200 years ago by 52 white men. Tear it up, Obama. Tear it up. That's why they voted for Joe Biden. Joe Biden has the worst approval rating any president ever had. Joe Biden is a race hustler, and he hustled the blacks by getting a black, so-called black, VP president. LBJ was one of the worst presidents in American history. He was one of the leaders to set up the civil rights movement. And then a race hustler sold the blacks to the Democratic Party. Civil rights was one of the worst things that ever happened to black folks. Before civil rights, black people had structure within the home. Black people had integrity, dignity. They didn't wear their pants halfway off their ass. Before the civil rights movement, you could go to black people to get educated. Before the civil rights movement, you could go to black people, a black-owned business for employment. Before civil rights, black neighborhoods, you could walk down the street without being shot or killed. Civil rights was one of the worst things that ever happened to black people. Before then, black people was thriving. Black families stuck together. I know a lot of black people hate George Washington because he had slaves. George Washington is the reason that you're allowed to openly say, I hate George Washington. George Washington had the option to become a king. But the man was a humble man. If it wasn't for him, this country would be a British nation. He fought for the freedom that we have today. George Washington set things up knowing that slavery was coming to an abolishment. Abraham Lincoln set things up for slavery to be an abolishment. Back then, there was a time period where you buy land, inherit land that already came with slaves on it. It was illegal to just give your slaves up. You couldn't just release slaves like that. There was checks and balances. Now, that's the problem that they have with George Washington. That's the problem they have with Abraham Lincoln, is that they own slaves. Yes, they own slaves by default. Knowing slavery was an abolishment. The Western civilization was the first civilization to recognize that slavery was wrong. Period. Nathaniel Gordon was actually hung for still participating in a slave trade that America disagreed with. Now, Joe Biden has a horrible approval rating. Even the liberals are recognizing Joe Biden is not a great leader.
We have a brand new NBC News poll out this morning that's filled with some scary news for the Democrats. The overarching message: Americans have lost their confidence in President Biden and their optimism for the country. At least they have right now. Just 22% of adults say we're headed in the right direction. A shocking 71% say we're on the wrong track. And that includes a near majority of Democrats who are saying that. President Biden's approval rating stands at a dismal 42% versus 54% who disapprove. Believe it or not, just 2 months ago, Mr. Biden was in positive territory, 49% approving, 48% disapproving. So what's pulling down the president's numbers? Well, look at this set of numbers. Just 37% say he has the ability right now to handle a crisis versus nearly a majority who say he does not. 37% also say he's competent and effective as president. 50% disagree with that description. What's more, Republicans, believe it or not, have double-digit leads in dealing with border security, inflation, crime, national security, the economy, and shockingly, on getting things done. Democrats hold generally smaller double-digit leads on dealing with climate change, the coronavirus, education, and abortion. And that's really it right now. It's not clear yet whether any deal struck by Democrats on the social spending and infrastructure bills will nudge Mr. Biden's numbers back into positive territory, or whether the damage to his reputation is more of a scar than a bruise. But this much is clear. About the only good news for Mr. Biden and the Democrats in this poll is that the midterm elections aren't for another year.
So now that we got a pro-black administration, black folks We got our first black vice president, Kamala Harris, who didn't even claim to be black, who y'all didn't even rock with in the primaries, but y'all was posting pictures on Instagram and Facebook talking about our black queen. This black woman broke history. She just identified as black when she became the VP. Before then, she was an Indian queen, right? What did y'all get? What did Kamala Harris do, or is even saying she gonna do for black women, right? Because it's all about identity politics. What the hell do we get from this Brandon administration, this Sleepy Joe administration? Open borders, people walking straight across, unvaccinated, unvetted, going directly to the hood where the black folks live, to commit all kinds of crime. Just like Trump said, yes, some of them are decent folks, but not all of them. And we just going, so there's rules for American citizens, but for illegal immigrants, they don't have no rules. They could get a license without even showing proof of address. They can get on welfare with less proof than a regular citizen could get approved for to get on welfare, right? Give them Section 8, give them free colleges. Oh, if you're illegal, you get a free abortion. Come to this country, because we're going to play around with the ballot boxes, right? To make sure that the Democratic Party stay in power. Now, Joe Biden was the most popular president, according to the numbers of people that voted for him. He was the most popular president in history, but currently have the lowest approval rating. Now, you do believe that Joe Biden got more people to come out and support him than our first black president, Obama? I don't believe that for 1 second, but you believe what you want. What did you get when you vote for that Brandon administration? What did you get? All of the stuff you don't care about? Critical race theory. Pookie and Ray Ray shooting Raheem down the street. Oh, critical race theory is doing a great job protecting the black community from white racist supremacists, right? I'm from Philadelphia. I never seen no damn white supremacists. I never seen a KKK march in Philadelphia ever. White people don't hold no black folks back. I see a lot of people of the same skin color oppressing other people, making sure you can't get ahead, telling you you can't get ahead because you black. You ain't got to worry about no damn Klan members in Philadelphia. Tell me, what did you get? Oh, climate change. Black people, you voted for Joe Biden because you care about clean air. You want to get rid of your Cadillac and get some energy efficient plug-in car, right? Meanwhile, Joe Biden flying around on a private jet. That's what y'all get when you vote for the Brandon administration. You get climate change. They're going to protect you because they care about you, right? You get open borders when you vote for them. You get the Green New Deal. Oh, we're so pro-black. We care about you. We're going to force you to get vaccinated. You need a new booster. You need a booster, black man, because we care about you. Matter of fact, we care about you so much, black man. We want you to show a vaccinated card when you go out to eat at a restaurant. That's what you get from the Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe administration. Your black queen, Kamala Harris administration. Put a mask on. You need to wear a mask for everybody's safety. You're not pro-black if you don't want to wear a mask. You hate black people. That's what you get from this administration. But you hate Trump because of his tweets. You hate Trump because you think he's a racist. I got a question. Why the hell do people care if somebody is a racist? I don't care if Trump is a racist if he have the economy rolling. I don't care. He's not doing nothing to affect my life in a negative way. Trump was not forcing me to inject some vaccination in my body. What about freedom? That's what the country is supposed to be about. That's what the founding fathers created. We supposed to be a free nation. Oh, I'm going to vote for the Democratic Party that don't want me to bear arms. I'm going to vote for the Democratic Party that want to defund the police. How stupid are y'all? Y'all fall for everything that these Democratic left-wing nuts say. It don't make no sense. Anyway, let me know what y'all get for voting for the Democratic Party. I'm Nate Savage, this Savage 5050. Peace. I'm out. I'll catch y'all next.